Oh, welcome back, everybody, to the I Want to Meet LeBron James podcast. This is episode 85. I am, as you know, Kyle, the entertainment legacy, not to be confused with the entertainer, who is a comedian and entertainment. I cover everything from balloons to just jester to falling over banana peels, just the classic slapstick. And joined with me today as a woman that needs no introduction. She's black adjacent, famously Asian. It's Erika Ehler, the elitist Alila. I fucked up the real part of your name. Erika Ehler, the elitist Ehler.
There you go.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, nice. Should we redo that or what? You reckon I nailed it? Yeah. Don't make me redo it. So we're going to be talking about ways to meet LeBron, obviously, as always. We're going to be talking about the wedding gig last night, which a lot of people want to hear about, and then just general basketball stuff, riffing up a storm, because we're here live from well Ethics Live, I think, but like we're recording and then we'll release it in Erika's podcast studio / fucking kidnap room / sex dungeon or whatever. There's a lot of holes in the ceiling, which I've just realised.
Yeah, the cat goes up there sometimes.
The cat goes up there. And Michael's cat might be a guest on the pod as well. So do you wanna kick it off with what happened last night, or?
Yeah, let's do it.
Because Erika, it was me and Molly McGuinness that was doing the gig. Erika, I was like, you want to just come just to see this as an eyewitness, because people wouldn't believe how bad it was. But you can confirm.
It was fucked. They were booked to do comedy at a wedding, which is already a disastrous sentence in itself. But in between Kyle doing his set and Molly doing her set, the dad had asked to read a poem. And they loved the fucking poem. It was a Jabberwocky.
I honestly thought, I was like, this is going to be hilarious because Molly couldn't, Molly's going to have a terrible set not following it because it's shit and ridiculous. But the man was crushing.
They were wooing. And the entire time he was wielding a butter knife.
Oh yeah, that was the, and then he was like prancing around, like so we get there. I don't know these people, like Matty Shaw, shout out to him. He booked me and Molly this wedding that was meant to happen 2 years ago before COVID or whatever. And so it's got pushed back. I've never met them, but every year they'll check in, be like, hey, we've got a new date, can you do it? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then I just happen to be home for it. So I've met them on Instagram. They seem sound. We went there, like, it's fucking in Manchester Hall, like, it's fucking, like, big money, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it's fancy as fuck. I was wearing a suit and stuff like that. Erika was wearing a dress with a fucking knockers out. which really declassed it a little bit, I feel like. Molly was dressed like Cilla Black in a pantsuit. It was powerful, strong women vibes. And then we get there and they're like, oh, we're going to put you in this room and all that sort of stuff. You go first. And the mum brought me on, like the mother of the bride or whatever.
She was a character.
She was trying to steal the show as well, yeah. She was doing time before me. I'm like, just say my name. And then that's when you fucking came up with the...
I got the blame for telling this woman to bring Kyle up as Kyle, the entertainment legacy.
Not even the entertainer. I told Molly on the train, the entertainer. And then she says, but imagine this intro, she's looking at me as she's doing it. She's like, what, the entertainment? And I'm like, well, yeah, I guess so. I guess we're doing this, yeah.
She lost confidence in it as well. That's why she blamed. She was like, she told me to do it. I was like, I didn't do anything.
First you're like, my name's not, what did he think you're, Edith?
Edith. The woman was like, oh, no, what'd she say? You're too pretty to be an Edith or something.
Yeah. Because you're not fucking 85 years old.
No.
Well, fucking joke's on her, you're Asian and you are, so fuck you. But didn't ruin their special day, really. I'm going to say I didn't. I'm going to say we didn't. Would you agree with that or what?
Towards the end.
Speak on it!
Towards the end, the woman did tap me and was like, we gotta get going.
Oh, okay. That's yeah, but it wasn't as bad as, I mean, near the end it got bad. Like I had them for like, which I stand by this, for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
10,
Even
15
Erika
minutes.
posted on my
True.
Facebook on the status, yo, he's actually killer. A few minutes later, nobody scratched that. he's bombing again.
Started doing actual material, and
I
they
know.
hated it.
Literally, they were sort of about, because they gave me a list of things to be like, the first date was here. They met on Tinder or whatever, which was pretty cool. On Tinder wedding, all this other stuff, and then there was one about Mr. Jam or something. It was a DJ, so I was like, oh, I've got a joke about Shaggy. I'll put it, and they didn't like it. And then I done my only other joke, which is like cocaine off a gay guy's dick. Because I thought they'd be doing cocaine or whatever, they'll be bevied, and yeah, I didn't get nothing. So there's another, that proves my point, that jokes are for cruise ships. It's never been truer than the day, quite frankly. Jokes are for cruise ships, and certainly not for weddings. Well, I set off, I got that guy offside straight away though. When we were in the bar.
Yeah, when we were in the bar, you like, what was he even saying? Talking about Liverpool now? Or like...
You know, he said something, no, but then he said Sideshow Bob to me or something like that, or Carrot Top.
Okay.
So that's why I said, you look like a fucking snooker referee. Because he was having a go at me first, so I'm like, well, of course.
Yeah.
I gotta take you down at this point, isn't I?
And then he got mad when you were away. He was telling his friends were like grassing on him, being like, "Oh, he didn't like what your friends said."
Was he actually in the show? I couldn't see him.
I think he was at the very, very back.
Ah, okay, next to the fat guy or whatever, in the beige blazer.
So,
Yeah. He was a dickhead as well. But the dad, he wanted to do. It was a poem. For the start, he said it was a Jabberwocky thing, and I didn't even know what the fuck that was. I was like, this is a racist slur or whatever the hell it is. You thought it, well, what did you think it was?
I was thinking there's that America's Best Dance Crew, and it's
the
Jabberwocky.
And I'm the idiot, and she fucking laughed at me.
The old man's gonna be like, up on there, just break dancing.
Imagine that, and then like other people came out of nowhere, like, and then there's like the whole wedding party just puts on masks or whatever, and they're all just doing this, and we're like, and then they're performing for us.
Yeah.
For some reason.
I think that would actually be really hard to follow, more so than the poem.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That would be like, oh, you'd have to end it right there. You'd have to be
I can't top that.
Black DJ, play the music, please.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was another weird thing. You could say that as well.
Yeah. Okay. So the bride.
They haven't paid me yet, so legally I don't know.
The bride was telling us like, oh, have you guys like? We have a DJ. Have you guys seen him? He's like the only black guy here. So he would stick out, and we were like, only. And then you made a comment.
I was like, oh, it's like a white party or something. It's an all white party or something.
And then she got nervous.
Yeah. But maybe seeing that she might have been. But you're the same as me. You've been confused for black people before, haven't you? For a black person.
Yeah. By my own people.
My own people. Yeah. Tell us that story.
I was doing a gig with somebody, and they were like, we were just chatting because the lineup had two gay men on, him and the headliner, and he was like, oh, it's not often you get two gays.
You said this or him?
Him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Two gays on the lineup. He's like, yeah. And I said, yeah, it's also not often that you get two Asian people on the lineup. And he was like, mm-hmm. And then he was like, yeah, that's why they do that one show down south called Yellow Christmas. And I was like, oh, yeah, I was asked to be booked for that, but I'm back home during that time. And then he was like, why would you be asked to be booked for that? And I was just like, I'm Asian. And then
I love that you have to come out the closet as Asian.
And then
I use chopsticks, alright?
Please.
Over forks.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then he was like, oh, I thought you're black. And then he continued. He was like, oh, so is it like, so you're half Filipino, and then your dad is black? I was like, no, my dad is white.
This guy's trying to give you an out, but he's like, okay, no. So your dad's been to China. He works for business or something.
Yeah, and then he said, oh, I'm sorry, I've been putting you in a different box this entire time. I was like, what?
Black box. Well, I mean, well, actually, not as bad as me because I'm white, so I got no dog in the race, really. But I thought you were black as well, so.
Yeah.
Which, you know what I mean? So that's it. And only in London is it where I get confused. But sitting next to you, I look fucking pasty as fuck. It's bullshit. But I'm wearing a Raptors jersey at the moment, and then what do you got? Yeah.
Dennis Rodman.
We got a little bit of Dennis Rodman popping as well. I'm talking fake, real, but whatever. Who cares? You know what I mean? We're not fact checking on this. I shouldn't have mentioned it. You're absolutely right. But there'll be one listener that saw this for a brief second that was like fake. I can see it. Last night you were saying that you fucked Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, I would.
Now you've slept on it, so am I, and you still, yeah.
I still would.
Well, without dropping a beat, you were like, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's a king.
Well, obviously you'd want prime Rodman over current Rodman.
Current, yeah.
Yeah, you want prime over Korean Rodman or whatever.
Yeah, no. I want the Rodman that was partying all night, then waking up to do 6 a.m. practice.
Yeah. With fucking still a taste of Madonna on his lips.
Yeah.
that see what you want, 96, 95, 96.
Yeah,
Rodman.
When his popularity was surpassing Jordan.
I think that was like 95, yeah. Something like that, exactly. Because 96 was like the last year, so I guess everybody was still like, Jordan and all that. No, not 95. What am I talking about? 96, 97, sorry. Because it was 98 his last season, weren't it?
He married himself. That's king behaviour.
That's baller as fuck, to be honest. Well, because I showed my cousin The Last Dance, and like the first episode, it's just like a montage of different parts, and he's like, he's married himself. I'm like, oh, grab a seat, okay? Don't you worry about that.
Have you seen the 40 for 40 documentary on him?
I think you mean 30 for 30 documentary.
Added 10. Added 10.
This is why the guy didn't think you were Asian, because you're terrible with numbers. 40 for 40.
It's a new series. Yeah, 30 for 30 is what I mean. Yeah.
That's so good. I thought I was getting my TV was missing a channel or something like that. Like, we got the 40 for 40. Yeah, no, I've seen it. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy. Jamie Foxx also narrating it.
Oh, it is Jamie Foxx narrating it as well. Yeah, that's a weird one, isn't it? Is it Rodman? Oh no, Rodman's just like he's the same as Last Dance. He's getting interviewed and stuff like that. Yeah. What was that? I'm trying to think of what was the craziest thing that he even did? Marrying himself, pretty crazy.
Breaking the penis 3 times.
Breaking the penis 3 times. Does that come up in the 30 for 30? I don't think it does.
I don't think it does. No. I mean, him befriending a 12-year-old boy.
Oh yeah, that was, and then you still didn't know. Like it was only a little bit after where he was like, oh, he was 21 at the time. Yeah. I thought it meant to see me they were the same age or something like that. Yeah. And then like no wonder like they were like trying to say like, oh, his parents were a bit weird out because I was black. It was like, no, I think it was because you were 15 years older.
Hanging with their little boys sleeping on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. You got like no friends in college. What are you doing? You can't go to a college party and that. Like, I
don't know. Although she did call him the N-word when he I think brought home a white girlfriend at one point.
Wait, who called him
the mom of the 14-year-old boy.
Yeah, called Rodman the N-word.
Yeah. When
he brought back a white girl.
Yeah. Like saying these women aren't for you.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, well, what are you talking? That seems like she'd want white people, I guess, or whatever, innit?
No.
Oh, okay. So you're like, you can molest my son all you want, because clearly that's been going on. Otherwise, why would you be here?
I draw the line in you.
Exactly, but innocent white women. Not today. Not today, Rodman. So that's sick. You should do a podcast that I want to meet Dennis Rodman. I feel like he'd be an easy get.
Oh, yeah. I think it would.
Just say you're recording in fucking North Korea. Like, hey, I'm on the way. Don't you worry about it.
My friend saw him in the airport in Nova Scotia.
Which is in Canada.
It's the other end of Canada.
Is that where they talk with oh no, it's I was just about to do an impersonation, but it involves the name of the place. No, like, I'm from Saskatchewan, eh?
Oh.
Saskatchewan, eh?
I mean, that's the one in the middle of the country.
So it's not from there, no?
No.
Ah, okay.
No.
But is that a spot-on impression of Saskatchewanians? Are they even called Saskatchewanians?
I don't think so. I'll say yes.
Okay,
I
just know it from Grown Ups 2. Oh, Grown Ups 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Saskatchewan, eh, ladies?
The lifeguard.
Yeah. No, he's not a lifeguard. I think he's just there in Speedos.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've added that detail.
Yeah, you've added that. It's 40 for 40 all over again. You've made him into a main character, he's barely in it. But yeah, keep going, what were you saying?
What was it?
Nova Scotia.
Oh yeah, she ran into him on the escalator, or he was on her plane. Her mom got really nervous because she had a dream that her daughter had gotten pregnant, and then she saw Dennis Rodman behind her, and she was like, "Oh no, Dennis Rodman has impregnated my baby." Like,
That's just how it works.
Yes. Her mom's like, I think her mom is just a bit kooky.
Yeah. You reckon?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So she just thinks that Dennis Rodman's got such this sexual aura that just being in the same terminal as a woman.
Surely she's impregnated.
Don't touch anything that he's touched. There's semen everywhere. Don't touch that rail, then touch your vagina. For the love of God. I feel like Dennis Rodman. There should be more of his kids out there.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch. I mean, he just doesn't talk.
There's two of them, isn't there? A documentary or something. It's like a daughter, isn't it? And then maybe like two other young ones or something. Yeah. And then, but you'd think that he would be going, because Karl Malone, he was famously like got children all over like the South, like black cowboy sort of shit. You know what I mean? And then now there's some players like Anthony Edwards Anthony Edwards just looks like Michael Jordan pretty much now. So you're like, I know he's a great player. So you're like, oh well, fucking. And then there's Otto Porter Jr. looks like Will Chamberlain, who Will Chamberlain apparently slept with like maybe 100,000 women, like or something like that.
I believe that.
Oh no, like famously, yeah, it was insane. But I want to get back to this wedding, okay? Because I don't think you understand. So he does this poem, this Jabberwocky poem, which is like from Alice in Wonderland Looking Glass. And if any scouts is watching all my mates, I've not seen it either, so don't worry about it. I watched a bit of the James Franco version on that's the Wizard of Oz anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
okay. Well, then scratch that. It doesn't matter. But he's got this butter knife and he's like doing this, and it wasn't even rhyming, was it?
It wasn't.
It was one of those annoying poems that are like.
But the daughter was also like, "You better not be doing the Jabberwocky," and then he started doing it.
Oh yeah, and then also. They wouldn't let the mum go to the hens party. She threw this in an intro. She was like, they wouldn't let me go to the hens party.
They wouldn't let me do a speech.
Here's the fucking entertainment.
Yeah. She came up to me and Molly being like, I think we need to bring back the suffragettes because they won't let women speak at weddings. And I was like, what?
What's a suffragette?
Like the feminism, like feminist fighters, like the people who like fought for women to be able to vote, basically. She's like bringing them back so we could speak at their daughter's wedding. I'm like, clearly she just didn't want you to speak. I don't think that's a rule.
Because you say shit like this. Yeah. You've just brought up the patriarchy for no reason. Making it fit for your argument. Oh, her face was going through an array of emojis when my set was on. It was happy, smile, smile, oh Lord, anger, sad. Let's see, they give me a list of, that's on my phone there, but, what was some of the stuff again?
Corfu ball?
What
are they called? Corfu ball?
Corfu? No, that's basically Greece, remember? Korfball, Korf ball. So it's like a basketball hoop in the middle of if anyone fucking plays that, turn this off right now, you fucking gimps. And go outside and run laps. He loses. The hoop in the middle, like you throw a football on. It was a football because it had like the white and the black squares on it. And it's in the middle of the course and you're all around there or whatever. And then I was saying it's like some sort of Squid Game sort of shit or whatever. And that went well. That went well, I know. And that was the one that I was like, this ain't gonna even work.
They loved it.
And then they loved it. And I was like saying Betty Lou was like, she was like white trash or whatever because of her name or something. And then I had some great riffs about the town planner. Somebody was the town planner that was cooking. That was the highlight. And then after that it just got worse and worse. And then Molly was up there doing, I don't know why she did this because I've never seen her do it before, and she saved it for a corporate of all. She was trying to do a blind date show, and I don't know if it's just because I said she looked like Cilla Black earlier or what, but she decided to well, I don't even know what was it.
Well, she said she was going to do a blind date because she doesn't have 20 minutes.
But she didn't say that on stage, did she?
No.
She just said that to you or something?
Yeah, she said it to
Yeah,
me.
but she never said that to me. So I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, she did it. And then the guy she picked, she was like, oh, are you straight? And he was like, well, oh.
Oh yeah, he came out, didn't he? A bit in front of his whole family, kind of.
She was nervous. She's like, did I just make you come out to your family? And he was like, it's fine.
Yeah, no, it's
weird.
It was the groom's Graham's, fuck it, we can say his name. I still don't know their last name. Even now, I still don't know their last name.
Graham and Lydia.
We
don't know their last name.
We don't know it, do we?
I don't know it.
No. And to this day, I don't. And then even the father of the bride, he was lovely, but I forgot. I was just introduced him as father of the bride and stuff like that. And yeah, that was the cousin, the groom's cousin or whatever. And then it was weird before that because he was like, "Do you have any mates?" And then his wife was like, "Oh, he doesn't have any mates." Or something.
She said like, "Oh, they're all women. All his friends are women, and he's all made out with all of them."
Oh yeah, that was another thing that she sent me. So that was a red flag as well. And then they went on 15 dates, and she told them that she loved them 15 days after that. So I was like, fucking red flags again. What are we even doing here? And then yeah, it was madness. And then shortly after that, we were like, right, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, we didn't stay at all. The DJ was probably going to be okay.
Oh, the DJ, he was popular. Well, he had the fucking little Nas X earrings. He had the crosses here. So I was like, well, I mean, that's pretty popular, you know what I mean? And he was black, so he obviously he probably had a bit of fucking rhythm and soul. He ramped up that much needed ramp up to that fucking wedding. I'll tell you that for free. But still not the worst gig of the week. I will tell on next week's episode. I'm gonna get Gary on because he booked me for it, but I had an awful one at home with Cuba as well. So I'm banned from there for life, and probably the Manchester Hall. But you know, whatever. You gotta take risks, don't you? But back to serious questions. How am I going to meet LeBron? What have you been thinking about?
Picture you in a froyo place.
In a froyo place?
Frozen yogurt place.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, you're getting a sample.
Yeah. What flavour?
He also wants strawberry. Would you not go for strawberry?
What is it? Nothing left? Nothing else left?
What other funky ones do they normally have in a froyo place?
I'm a mint choc chip man, if that's...
That's disgusting flavor.
LeBron walks straight out. He sees that.
Like,
what the
who
fuck?
the fuck is this?
All right. Well then, okay. For continuity.
Right. Okay. What's other than mint chocolate chip? What would you go for?
It depends how fancy it is, but I'm a bit of a basic bitch. I'll probably go vanilla maybe. Yeah, because I don't like chocolate. Okay. And then if there's no mint choc chip, what do you mean? So there's no salted caramel either or something like that, or?
There might be. Well, I mean, for frozen yogurt, it's like a bit different, right?
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, I've never had it, so I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
I picture you in LA getting it, and then you guys get your...
Already a big day for me.
Yeah.
First frozen yogurt. This is sick. I mean, I've had a nightmare complaining where's the mint choc chip for the last 20 minutes.
But you're going to get a sample of, I suppose, vanilla.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what it tastes like.
I'm here to try new things. They're like, say there's a line.
He also has a sample cup. You guys touch, and that's how you meet.
You
touch cups. You're going for the same froyo sample.
Oh, we touch the same handle, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh my lord. And then I'm like, what the hell? Good, he's up there over there. What? Oh. Whose belly button is? Oh my lord. I like does LeBron James like froyo?
I assume. I feel like
everybody likes froyo, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because he's balding. You'll have a piece of his hair in your frozen yogurt, and then you'll be like, oh. That's what would happen.
But I'm also bald a little bit as well, so he would get a piece of that. I feel like, which is the most romantic thing I've ever heard. But yeah, I love that. So I just gotta really just stake out froyo shops.
Yeah.
In the downtown LA area. You reckon?
I think so.
That's the way to go. And then just any black guy that come in, just try and grab that.
Same.
Grab that. That is them.
Have your romantic moment.
Do you not reckon they're gonna try and move me on after a certain amount of hours, or?
What if you don't buy? If you're just getting samples?
Yeah.
Yeah, they might kick you out. They probably would.
So
my friend got kicked out in high school. He's banned from all this.
Really?
Because you got a sample. Like, you get, like, a tiny little cup just to get this.
I thought you just get on a stick. I thought you just got a stick, don't you?
No, because you pull it down yourself.
Really?
It's self-serve.
And you can get a self-serve sample?
Yeah, so he got a self-serve sample, but you're only supposed to fill it up that much. He filled it up here and all on his hand, and then he, like, ate it, and they were like, you gotta go.
I mean, technically it's still in the...
It's still in the cup.
Yeah.
It's still in the cup.
Oh, my Lord. What's his name? We'll give him a shout-out.
Angus Wan.
Angus Wan? That's a sick name. Nobody's figured he's not Asian, I'll tell you that. Well, actually, if you hear Angus, they are. And then he throws it, because Angus is a Scottish name, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it would be.
I would say so. And then Wan is I want to say Taiwanese, because it's got one in there. It's got Taiwan in it. Maybe.
Taiwan? Is that how you've made the
Yeah, because his name's Wan.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I think he's from Hong Kong.
Okay, well then, who knows, but well, if you're listening, send me an up-to-date photo of your family tree, please. Or your family bonsai tree. Hey, as soon as I thought about it, if you're looking back at it, you can see the glimpse in my eye when I was like,
gotta say this.
I was like, oh baby, yes. That's good, because last night you were asking me, you were saying, what? How did you phrase it? You were like, what's your best case scenario of meeting LeBron?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
And then I just rolled off 1,000 different options or whatever. It was like I'm walking out, took the wrong turn in Anfield, over for a piss or whatever, and then he's coming out of a box, so I'm like, what the fuck? And then he's like, you want to watch the game in here? I'm like, yeah, sick, let's go. And then we watched the game in there, a few Carlsbergers and that. The other one, same, at an LA game sort of thing, maybe I'm holding a sign or whatever, and he recognises me from the podcast maybe, or one of my videos, and the third one is, what was the third one? Oh, just your standard, like, kidnapping situation. I believe it was, wasn't it? No, I think it was just like kidnapping or something.
Yeah, I think you did say that.
And then I just forced him to be my friend, kind of like a Buffalo Bill situation, but without the lotion or whatever.
It's going to be ashy.
With the lotion, actually, sorry, yeah, specifically. No, but he's actually going to be like, yo, can I get the lotion? Instead of me, like, saying... Forcing him to do it. He's going to be like, yo, can I get some lotion? I'm like, nah, yo, that's what he gets. And he's going to be like, this is a fate worse than death. He's going to be like, yo, eat me already.
Who do you think the ashiest player in the NBA is?
Oh, that's a great question. There was photos released earlier, like a week ago, of Kevin Durant.
Oh, I did see that. It's like snake skin.
Yeah, see, look, he half alligator.
Well, don't they call him the snake anyway?
Well, they call him a snake, like
Okay.
a snake, because he left like he went to the Warriors, joined the fucking best team in the world. You know what I mean? Like, and called an MVP, and they call him a cupcake as well, which I never really understood that. But in OKC, everybody's dressed as cupcakes or whatever. I don't know if that's like means you're a pussy, maybe, or something. I don't know. But yeah, the snake, but they call him the Slim Reaper or Easy Money Sniper or just KD. Yeah, but he would be the ashiest. Well, it's
proven.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
proven.
In terms of what I've seen, because you think it's like, oh, maybe it's like an alligator themed sock or something. You're like, nah, that's his fucking skin. Like, let's see, like, you know when you've heard in basketball where people break somebody's ankles, he's losing a foot. It's just so dry, it just cracks off like a mummy. It's like at the end of Terminator 2, where the ice guy, the gel guy gets frozen and he's like cracking at us. Yeah. That sort of stuff. But that's a good question. I like that one. I like that. I've not had that. We should have done top 5 Ashy. All-time Ashy 5. Who else do you like that? You love Rodman.
Serge Ibaka, I'm a huge fan of.
Is that because of Toronto days?
Yeah, I think so. I also just think he has such a fun personality. And he dresses well.
Oh, his scarf game is on point.
Yeah.
Crazy. Which, not anymore, now he lives in LA.
No.
But
I miss it.
all in storage now, those scarves. And he had he's got have you seen his cooking show?
Yeah, I love that cooking show.
Oh, it's sick, isn't it?
So funny.
He's legit, and then he's obviously like African as fuck, so I mean like that's
making people eat bull's penis.
Yeah, exactly. Because him and OG Anunoby, which he might be African as well, is he?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about, though, OG for the Raptors.
I don't think I actually.
So he's on the show with them all the time, and him and him always have beef about like who's got the better style and stuff like that and shit. But what do you think about your Raptors?
I feel like they fell off.
Your Raptors. No. I
mean, they'll always make the fucking. They usually do.
The playoffs and shit. Yeah. But was you here? You were here when they won it.
Yeah, I wish I was back home.
Oh my lord!
Very fun.
Yo, I mean, look, like the most fun I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, especially comedians. Like, I remember like FaceTime a few people and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it was crazy.
They set fire to that city for sure, yo. Like, it was crazy.
They had the parade and then somebody got shot.
Oof. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that. That would have been that was the championship parade. Yeah. Why did somebody get shot?
I don't know. It's Toronto, isn't it?
Is it? I know, but I mean, like, was it a Warriors fan or was it like?
No, I don't.
Was it like it's not going to get any better? We're not going to repeat championship this.
There's a ton to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was just they say on the news it's random, but usually it's not. It was probably gang violence.
Yeah, I guess so. That's true. They fucking always gangs always gonna ruin it. On Kawhi Leonard's day of all days. No wonder he didn't stay because the violence in that city. Did you hear all the stuff that they were trying to do to get Kawhi to stay?
Kawhi and Dine,
yeah. They offered them a free penthouse apartment.
Yeah.
I think for life. I think that was it. What other stuff was it? Was it free maple syrup for life or? Yeah,
there's just a bunch of shit. Just like.
It was like
free donut. Eat. Mostly food.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, you could eat for free in the fancy restaurants or something like that. Where and then he still was like, I'd rather pay for In-N-Out Burger than get fucking this shit for free. I'm out of here.
To be with his family.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Well, that was fucking crazy, uncle.
Cold.
And what?
Out of the cold.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, because like literally, you have to like. NBA players talk about it. Like you need to have like a different SIM card. You know what I mean? Like you need to like your passport and stuff. Like it is a different country, innit? You know what I mean? You different money and shit like that. You're like, this is an inconvenience, really, innit? And then, well, they used to have the Grizzlies used to be in Vancouver, so I guess you'd get that one game. You'd be like, oh, this is
at least we're in the same.
Yeah, this is sound, innit? But apart from that, yeah, they'd be absolutely fucked.
There's that video of Ice Cube when he left. Like there was like calling Kawhi. He's like, "Oh, you want to be a dipper then?" Calling him a dipper.
Really?
Yeah. Because he left for the Clippers. So bad.
Yeah, that's true. Did you see Kawhi in the Way Too Sexy Drake music video?
No, I've not seen that music video. No.
You know the song in it? Too sexy for this shit. Banger. He. Classic Kawhi. They're like all doing this dance, and I'll show you after this. If you haven't seen it, look it up. It's near the end. It's like him, Future, and who is it, Young Thug or something like that, isn't it? And then they're like, so they're just doing like they're all dancing like that, and then Kawhi's like unsmooth as fuck with it, obviously.
He's such an awkward man.
He is, but he's a robot, isn't he? Quite frankly, sent back in time to destroy LeBron's legacy. But and then it cuts to him, and he's like, because at the end of the song it's like too sexy for you, and then it goes duh, and then it just goes to him, and he's like this, he's just stood there like that with these hands that are just outrageously big, but he's like literally they just had him there for like, and then Kevin Durant's in it as well in another one, but and then it just stops on him like this, and he's like, and then it just cuts off. It's the worst cameo I've ever seen in my entire life. You're like, you do not want to be here whatsoever. Drake's calling all the favours here.
God, Drake was so annoying when they were doing well. He would just be like on the court being like, you got it, and it's like, who are you?
He was doing that to somebody, like, you're like, what the fuck? Is like anybody else, you're like, get the fuck on, this guy's getting kicked out, you know what I mean? Like,
I think they gave him an official title, but I'm like, come on, don't.
Oh,
He's like Raptors ambassador.
No. He's the basketball. He's Canadian basketball ambassador. All of Canada.
Oh.
The Canadian basketball ambassador. Have you seen him play basketball?
No, is it shit?
He's awful. Yeah, he's airballing like fucking shots. There was a famous video where he's in Kentucky airballing shots, and he used to sit. This is what I hate. He used to sit like.
Are you going to talk about the number tattoos that he has?
Oh, well, he has Steph and Durant's tattoos on there, and then so I would never get a fucking like a Man U player's name tattooed on me. You know what I mean? Like from a different team that I supported. You know what I mean? That's weird as fuck, innit? And also he used to sit like courtside with Miami when they were in the finals and like cheering them on. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So he's like, and then where's he been since? Has he been at the games since?
I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's like, what are you talking about?
He only loves you when you're doing well.
Yeah.
Rude.
That sounds like a lyric from a song. He only loves you when you're doing well. But yeah, that's true. He is. Fuck you, Drake. You're a fucking bandwagon bitch. You heard it here first. I know you've been topping everybody's Spotify, but you ain't got my respect. So I hope that hurts you. Yeah. Has he got your respect?
Well, you know what?
Just throw me under the bus now! I already said that. Drake, I do love you, I'm sorry. Oh my lord. The insatiable Ehler over here.
He one of his songs on his album my friend produced, so I can't hate him because he's funding the homies lifestyle.
Ah, okay, that's true.
Actually, LeBron was like he was listening to the song and like there was a FaceTime, like he was like vibing to it on
Oh
Instagram.
yeah, LeBron always loves to fucking live into the music.
My friend was so excited. He reshared it on his story. Being like,
who's your friend?
His stage name is Monsoon.
Is he a comedian?
No, he's a musician.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, stage. When you said stage name, I thought you meant like rap name. You mean?
No, he doesn't rap. He does like indie music, but he just produced that song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And Monsoon. What song is it?
I forget now. Bad Friend.
Oh my lord.
Bad Friend. I could probably look it up though.
No, well, I mean, you fucking look it up and I'll do something. Monsoon, Drake song. I'll have to pump. If it's good enough for LeBron, it's good enough for me. What flavour do you reckon LeBron's favourite froyo would be? And you reckon he's buying it? So you reckon he's...
No, it's getting...
You reckon he's not above free samples? You reckon he's not above free samples? I know he's got a few kids, but he's like...
He wants to know. Who wants to know if the flavour's going to be okay?
Oh, because you're not doing it because you're poor. It's more like
you want to taste
try
test because you might
be gross. Okay, yeah, I get you. Oh, well then I'm not wasting it on vanilla because I know what vanilla tastes like.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh,
I thought you meant like in Costco where you get the things in the sticks and all that stuff. No. Like you know what that tastes like. You're like, pizza, but I'll take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
no, because you have the whole spread, and then you can try, like, if there's something weird, sometimes they'll put, like, a sweet tart, and it's like, okay, I guess we'll try that.
Yeah. Okay, alright, well then, I'm sorry, I'll take that all back then. I'm going for the fucking chocolate fudge Monsoon. And then he's like, probably like, yo, what's that you got there? And I'll be like, it's chocolate Monsoon, lad. What are you? And he'll be like, that was my nickname in high school. And I'll be like, no, it wasn't. I know all of them. You were the chosen one. Are you trying to test me? And he's like, it's hidden camera. Here's your friendship bracelet for life. I'm like, this is sick, lad, honestly. And then I also find out that on the same day as I find out that I met LeBron, I find out that it's been a Truman situation the whole time. You tell me if this was a Truman show though, wouldn't you? Oh my god, imagine. My life would soak him in this. I'd be like, really? You're not gonna let me live not in my uncle's dining room? You reckon? You couldn't write that in to season 5 or something? Oh fuck.
The come up is coming.
For sure. Yeah, it's gonna be like this is gonna be the Emmy winning season for sure. The next one. But would you reckon that show would be
actually good to
yeah?
watch? Well, it's like I mean, I don't know, because in that the idea is that it's not him himself is not produced, but everyone else is. But they kind of do that anyway for reality TV.
No, but it's like it's more like I can see it, you know, like Connie's been on for ages, hasn't it? Like an EastEnders and stuff. Or what's your version of that?
I suppose Young and the Restless.
That's Canadian.
It's American. We don't really have a version.
Oh, okay, yeah, so it'll be like Days of the Lives sort of thing. So it's like, you do follow the, like on Connie, you see the kids grow up, but it's not all based on one person though, is it? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, and people still watch that, but I feel like some of the time, like when he's a kid for the 2 years, like what are you gonna watch? Is that good TV? Like what are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Just him going goo goo gaga.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, and then it's like 24 hours and stuff as well, isn't it? I feel like, how many seasons is that?
Have you watched
That's crazy.
Ed TV?
No, what's that?
There's like this. It came out like this, I think a year after, which is kind of unfortunate. But it was a similar concept, but it was more of a comedy than Truman Show.
Oh, okay, but it was the exact same. He's in a bubble or whatever.
Well, it's like
actors.
No, it's like they have his cameras on him at all times, but he knows that it's happening.
Okay.
It was Matthew McConaughey, Woody Harrelson, and I think Ellen DeGeneres.
What is a TV show movie?
Movie.
Oh, Ed TV.
Ed TV.
Oh my lord, I'm watching that tonight.
Yeah,
that's fucking sick. Ed TV, yeah, that sounds sick. That I've always wanted, like in the Truman Show, he's got a missus, he's banging her, isn't he? So then it's like, well,
she's got prostituted out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a casting couch situation or something like that, is it, or what?
Yeah,
I don't know. Would you bang Jim Carrey?
I think maybe when he was younger.
Yeah, in Truman Show then. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a good-looking guy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'd say. I mean, I'd do it out of respect or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, not me personally or whatever. Yeah. Well, it depends if they wrote I was gay in the script, then I'd have to commit to it. I suppose. I'm just blowing a line. So like, this is good. Oh yeah, it's alright. This is good. Imagine if you just Truman Show would have to be, it'd have to be like a Curb Your Enthusiasm sort of just improv, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Because you couldn't just stick to the script, could you know? It's alright. I like this. I like this discussion. We've bounced off so many fucking topics. I love it. Have you got any other ways I can meet LeBron? Or is that are you banking on that whole fro-yo?
I'm banking on that. Or you're in traffic. You're driving.
Okay, nice. I have to get my license back, but it's doable.
You cut him off.
Holy shit.
And then you guys get into an altercation.
Yeah.
You both of you stand outside of you get out of your cars.
Yeah.
And you're like ready to fight, and then he's still mad at you, but then you can't do anything now because you just met your hero.
Oh yeah.
And so you're just like, oh, I'm sorry. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just bitch out.
It's a rental. I don't give a shit. Okay, I like that. That's pretty good. I just gotta keep so I'm parked outside LA Staples Center, which they changed into Crypto.com Arena, which is the fucking worst name. But then Westbrook's called it the Crip Arena, so we're back. Yeah. So I park outside the Staples, the Crip Arena, and wait for him, and then I cut him off. He gets out, him and his boy or whatever, his manager or something, and then we have the altercation, and then technically it's classed as a meeting. I mean, he's going to be angry in that selfie for sure, but just me, him, and I'm like, can we just get a photo for insurance purposes? I'm on the insurance form. He's like angry in the background. Nailed it. But I have to get him on the pod. That's why.
You have to get him. That's the
idea. I have to get him on the... Well, and then I can stop doing it, yeah. So then I could be like... Maybe I could be like... I could just be wearing a wire.
That would be one way.
Yeah.
You have to wear it at all times.
I have to wear it at all times. Yeah, exactly. I just wear a wire. And then when he does cut me off, we start arguing. And worst comes to worst, I've got proof of insurance. So...
There you go.
And I mean, that podcast is going to be a lot of just reading out license plate numbers and street signs and stuff. But thanks for doing the pod anyway. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Do you feel like you've learned a bit more about basketball and just life in general?
I think so.
You think
so? I'm leaving this podcast.
You think it's made you a better person?
Enlightened.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. I like that. That's good stuff. I'm just checking you're not on a Truman Show. Just throwing you questions that were not in the script. Yeah, exactly. Anything you wanna plug or tell them? What's the thing you were doing on the TV?
Oh,
in the turtleneck.
Yeah, Dave.
She's not one of the Wiggles. She's something else.
Dave's Comedians giving lectures. You can watch it on UK TV.
Yeah.
I think that'll be the...
It's a big chunk about Dennis Rodman in there as well. They don't know. They don't know. So watch Erika Ehler's 50 for 50 on Dave's comedians. What was it? Comedians
giving lectures.
Comedians giving lectures, which is just the biggest rip off of 10x I've ever heard of in my life. But as always, follow me, LeBron James of comedy. I'm Kyle, the entertainment legacy. It's Erika Ehler. In a minute, everybody.
Bye.